Season 2 of The Walking Dead, Dead City may be over, but the content, the videos on Fog Entertainment certainly are not. Welcome back, guys, to the channel, and we're going to beat this series like a dead horse because views are pretty good. You guys want to talk about Dead City, so therefore, we're going to talk about it, and today, we're going to rank all the characters for Season 2. Now, newsflash here, we think this show is absolutely shite. And I don't care if Kim Coates was in it. I don't care if he was the best of a bad bunch. I thought it was still a really underwhelming series, an underwhelming season. I thought season 1 was really bad. But with hindsight, I think it was pretty good in comparison to season 2. I just wish maybe Bruegel was in season 1. Either way, Walking Dead, I think they need to end it. All this, that goes for all the spin-offs, all the prequels, all the sequels. It's just long outstayed its welcome at this point.
It makes no sense if you actually think of it, how on the island of Manhattan we didn't get introduced to Bruegel in it season 1. Like, logistics wise, folks, Manhattan is like 8 miles wide, right? And like I think it's like 10 up the way. How the fuck did they not? And if he runs like a third of it, where was he in season 1? Oh, but we didn't have Kim Coates on board. The only reason I've got any interest for this show because he was on board. That's now done, man. It's completely gone, and it's a shame. Even Tony Soprano coming up the fucking Hudson with a flock of ducks couldn't have saved this.
Absolutely agree. Now, we've got 7 categories to rank these characters from. We've got S, A, B, C, D, F, E, and F. So, basically, F is self-explanatory. That's just a failure. If you're in the F category,
get used to it.
You've done something seriously fucking wrong. S is probably, a 9.5, 10 kind of rating. A, I'm assuming, would be around 8 to 9. You got your B, that'll be around maybe 6.5 to 8. Then C, probably around the 5 to 6.5 region. Then you got D, which would be under a 5, maybe 5 to 3. And then E would be anything like under a 3, really. And then F's just not even worth a score. So that's the kind of comparison in terms of a out of 10 score that we're going with these categories here. So obviously S, you're fucking a 10 or close to it. F, you don't even get a score. And then the other letters are, somewhere in between.
Yeah, you know what? As much as I hate the show, I do like burying the show. So I'm looking forward to that point of view. And if people want it, if people like it, then I'm here to give you it. So
we've not got that many characters, and we've pretty much included everybody that is. I'm not even going to say relevant because most of these people aren't even relevant, but
even Maggie and Negan aren't relevant. Man.
Yeah, we've included pretty much everyone that's got a name. So with that said, let's start with our first character, Annie Smith, Negan's wife. We see her get off the boat, doesn't really interact, we just see her from a distance with our little son, our mixed race son, because that's what The Walking Dead's good for these days, just, white and black people having kids together. I mean, look at Negan and Rick, man. It's like, what's going on here? Anyway, that's a video for a different day. The Walking Dead. I mean, mixed... Nah, I need to talk. Mixed relationships are very rare. Like, they make up a very small percentage. Yet, you look at this show, and it's like every main character is in a mixed race relationship. It's almost like they're trying to push an agenda here.
It's almost like they are, isn't it? But she's a fucking...
It's not like the minors. It's not like the nobodies. It's the main characters.
No, but she's a nothing burger. There's nothing about her. Nothing interesting. Appears on screen. It's not like, you heard Jeffrey Dean Morgan talking about her. Oh, it'd be great if we could get her back for a couple of episodes. I really enjoyed season 10 and 11 with her. Well, why did you? Because we got her here for like 2 minutes and she was shite. I mean, if you want to talk about like cameos and the things that make you want more, look at the Mayans, right? Kevin Coates, he appeared in a 4-minute fucking scene, and I'm on my knees. I want more.
Yeah, him and Alvarez, great. Anyway, as for Annie, yeah, we see her in the distance, and then when Negan's like hallucinating again in the hospital, we see her. Really poor, did nothing for me. I think she is worthy of the E category.
It just feels horrific, man.
I don't think it's quite an F, but it's not impressive at all.
Say what you want about Rick and Michonne, right? I don't think a good couple. I don't. But they at least have like a rapport. They feel like they've got something between them. This woman literally just feels like she's been placed at Negan's side. Correct.
Yeah.
And that nothing more, nothing less. Where'd you put her?
I think E.
Yeah, I'll agree with E. F has to be... She didn't do enough.
Just to remind you guys, E would be approximately anything from like a 0.5 to around the 3 mark. I think that's fair. I certainly don't think she's higher than a 3 out of 10.
And considering all of Negan's former wives, like, I mean, it's not like she's all that attractive either.
Well, I do have a theory as to why we never seen her as a wife or anyone of her skin colour as a wife, because...
Slavery.
Yeah, I think that would have drew some criticism anyway, either way.
An AMC, they didn't have the cojones, amigo.
Alright, up next we've got Benjamin Pierce. He's a member of the New Babylon. He befriends Negan, and he kind of looks after Guinea for Negan, but he doesn't do a good job because she, spoiler alert, dies. At the end, he's a bit of a pussy, but, you know, that's to be expected, because all these shows now, in the recent era, the current era that we're in, you always get one pussy, and it's always a white male. 100%.
No, absolutely.
You always get at least one absolute shitebag who's incompetent.
He's playing the historian. I think, I think his new characters come in this shit franchise. I think he plays his job alright, his character. But
I don't think, I mean, is he better than a 3 out of 10? I don't think so, but he's certainly better than Annie Smith. So I would probably put him top of E.
I'd hint towards D. But see another thing, right? We're probably going to get a beef between him and Negan in season 3, which who cares for, by the way? Oh, you left her. No.
No, I'll agree with that. I mean, maybe he is worthy of the D.
He's better than her, is my point, right? But it's like, wasn't Negan also in the exact same corridor as Ginny earlier in the episode, and he ran off after Pearly?
Yeah,
when he could have looked after her, by the way.
Yeah. Right, up next we have Bruegel. We've seen all these articles. Oh, he's the best villain in The Walking Dead in years. Let's be honest, that would not be hard. No. That would not be hard at all. I do think Kim Coates is... I'll probably get a lot of shit for this. I think Kim Coates is the best actor in this show. Oh, but Jeffrey Dean Moore... Oh, Maggie Cohen... What has Maggie Cohen really done? Other than The Walking Dead?
Oh, Kim Coates is in...
Jeffrey, he was in Supernatural, and he got killed off after one season.
Kim Coates' Sons, Bad Blood's pretty good. He was in Silent Hill. He was in Resident Evil. He was in Prison Break. He was in Mayans.
Yeah, but
he's in stuff that's recognisable.
Yeah, but do you not think, like, for the most part, people would say that Maggie Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan are better actors than Kim Coates, or at least bigger actors? Which I wouldn't even go that far.
I think Negan's a good actor. Jeffrey Dean Moore, he is. I think he's a great actor. I think he's got so many levels. I do. He does the comedic undertones very well. I think he is similar to Kim Coates in a way, but to me, he's not Kim Coates. If you want to talk about levels in terms of acting, Kim Coates is up here. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's beneath him, and Lauren Cohen is fucking right at the bottom. She is nothing on those two.
Agreed.
It's a tough one.
I think it's between A and B.
I'd say B. I just think he's weighed down by the show. See if this guy got debuted in The Walking Dead, like season 5, 6, 7, right? Or even earlier than that, if you want to go that far. This guy would just naturally benefit for that, but he's in a show that, let's face it, it's
dead show.
Aye,
pun intended, it's dead.
It's like you could, it's like you look at the history of TV shows, it's like, everyone, season 4 of Dexter, the Trinity Killer, John Lithgow. If he gets introduced in like season 2 of Resurrection and say it didn't happen in season 4, it's naturally just going to be a bit worse because it's a wee bit tiresome by that point. You need to get the most out of these top actors. You need to introduce them at the peak of the show.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Kim Coates got brought in when The Walking Dead was on its deathbed. So
yeah,
I agree with a B. I think it's close between a B and an A, but unfortunately, it's certainly not an S. I'll go as far as saying The Walking Dead will never see an S character again.
I agree. He stole the show. He stole the screen, and he commanded it every time he was on it.
Yes. Up next, we've got Charlie Bird. She was the leader, I guess, of the New Babylon, at least the don't know if she was the entire leader or whether she was just the leader of the group that was going to Manhattan, but she dies basically on the ship or the boat when it gets blown up, when Herschel gives the smoke signal. Just a forgettable character. Done nothing for me. Shite.
Job or death, shite leader.
F for me.
Yeah, I'm going to say F, and it's like she's supposed to be a big character because she's leading the New Babylon. She is the leader of this onslaught on New York.
Yeah, just...
and couldn't run a bath.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, just a bad character. Right, up next got Christos, another one of the leaders, another gang in Manhattan. Didn't get that much screen time. Opening episode, him and Negan get into a little bit of a confrontation. Negan electrocutes him with his new electrified Lucille, and then obviously the Croat, poisons him, gasses him later on. I think that Christos was decent, to be fair. I'd probably put him in the D category.
I'd say top of D.
Yeah, I think he's
killed far too early.
Yeah,
me.
I liked him. Would have been better to give him a bit more screen. I say I liked him. I thought he was like one of the better characters. That would not be hard, to be honest, but yeah, Christos for me would have been better if we got to see him in another episode or two, but did not happen. Right, up next we've got Cole. He's a member of the Barassi, I think. He holds, I believe this guy holds Negan down after Victor gets killed. Just a fucking absolutely nothing character.
Yeah, nothing about him, man, honestly.
It's an F for me.
It's an F.
Wouldn't have knew his name if I didn't check Wikipedia.
Like you know what though? See to actually like build up this like beef between crews. See guys that are like fourth down the ladder. You need to make them feel a bit important.
No, definitely.
Like, you can't just have the Dema, the Croat, and Negan, and no one else. Because see, when there's soldiers fighting out in the front lines, then why am I supposed to care?
Yeah, even I think when you look at the Sanctuary, when they introduced that in the original Walking Dead, I think they did do an okay. They could have did better, of course.
But had their own leader, and then like lieutenants within.
Yeah, I think they could have done a better job. But I think they've done a decent job. Whereas a lot of the characters in here are just red shirts ready to die, aren't they? Right, up next we've got Drew, or Dre, not quite Dr. Dre. Appeared twice. Yep, this is a woman. It's just not. It's F for me.
I couldn't tell you who she is. So
looks a hell of a lot darker, by the way, in the show than her actress does. So I don't know if they did some blackface or something. I don't know. But I'd say it's an F.
Yeah, it's an F for me. Right, up next we've got Ginny.
Right, I think there was potential here to have a decent story with the fact that Negan killed her father, but unfortunately, which does not help Ginny, is the fact that pretty much Herschel and Maggie are on the same revenge story as she's got. Now, if you've not got Maggie and you've not got Herschel, crying over Glenn and wanting revenge over Negan, then, this kind of, I guess, her revenge story would take a bit more centre stage. But at the end of the day, she's trying to get revenge on her father, a guy that we did not know, whereas Maggie and Herschel want revenge for Glenn, a guy that we did know, and a guy that we liked. So it just feels like their revenge story is going to be more important by default than hers. And also, I mean, the fact that she was pretty much a mute that didn't speak, it's like, how much can we really get behind a character? Honestly, I'd probably put her bottom of D or top of E. I think there was a bit of potential, but it felt too similar to Herschel. Oh, Negan, you killed my dad, I want to kill you.
I'll agree. And you know what, I don't think her death was the worst thing ever, so I'd say
actually bump it up to D, I think, because the death was no bad.
I'll say bottom of D.
I was actually surprised they killed her.
Same.
And I'm glad they did that rather than... But you know what? I think they missed a scene. There should have been a scene, surely, before... The last thing that we seen from Ginny was pointing the gun at Negan. Do you not think there should have been, like, one last scene between Negan and her before he went to deal with Bruegel, and then when he gets back, she's turned?
Yeah.
It just felt like... Do you not think it felt flat? As if there was an opportunity... Like, I don't know what they do in the scene, but I do think that she and Negan should have had some sort of final words.
Yeah. Aye. It's unfinished business, definitely, you're right, but they didn't do that, and then she reaches out through the gap in the wall, and she's dead. Aye,
so the D category, right? Herschel, really fucking annoying.
I can't stand this guy, and for the most part, it doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Oh, I give the demo my toe.
Mom, you did this. That's not nice. Hey, Dema, hey, nigga, he gave the Dema his toe, nigga. Yeah, crap. Honestly, you know what this guy needs? A strong father figure in his fucking life.
I got one.
To slap the fuck clean out of him.
I'm leaning towards Toppy E.
Yeah, I'd say top E. I mean, it's close to an F if we're being real. But no, I mean, just imagine if Carl was acting like this.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there was a point where I really didn't like Carl, but to be fair, the kid was 8. This kid's a lot older.
Yes, but yeah, Carl got people killed, right? He got Dale killed. He went to the sanctuary. He did that, and he killed that guy outside the prison, right? But I think all of that is within reason. The Dale thing's an accident. It's just fucking stupidity from a kid. This guy is literally responsible for killing people. Yes or no? Over nothing. Over some stupid fucking artist idea of New York. Oh,
yeah.
He sees stuff we don't. What does he see? I want it in fucking pen and paper. I want bullet points. What does this prick see?
Well, let us know in the comments what he sees, but all he's getting for us is an E.
Nah, it's certainly no a C.
Right, up next we have Joanne, who was the
rock star of the season.
Yeah, she was the one that was doing the whistling. She was part of Roxana's group. She saved Herschel before getting stabbed in the knee. I thought she was the same age as Herschel.
What age was she? She was a
26.
Fucking 26. Didn't see that.
Or at least that's the age of the actress. Now I thought she was a similar.
They said something like.
I thought she was supposed to be a similar age to Herschel.
No, they said something that she was in like the first years of primary. Well, the American equivalent, whatever the fuck that is. Shooting range 1 when the apocalypse started, so she must be at least 20, I'd say, somewhere in that ballpark.
Alright, saves Herschel, takes a spear to the knee, dies.
Not quite.
Gets sacrificed.
What do you call him? Ned Stark?
No, I'm thinking middle E, or is she top E? Because
slap her in the middle E.
Right, up next.
She could have killed Herschel, though.
Up next we've got Annie. Not Annie, Lucille. Another one of Negan's wives that we simply just see in a flashback.
His real wife?
His real wife.
Is the OG.
The sick wife that he was cheating on.
Now here, this is interesting because we've never actually seen anything of her. I know there's a lot of flashbacks later on in The Walking Dead, so we don't have anything to base it off previously, which we wouldn't do really because it's based off this, but I don't know if it's...
I think the Negan, to me, Negan's relationship with her, that what we've seen in that short
snippet,
it just felt more natural.
Yes, yeah. No, maybe that's it. Maybe he cared more about his first wife and everything else since then has been meaningless. I don't know. Even though they're definitely not trying to portray that way his new wife, let's be real. Maybe the whores, but not his new one.
I'd stick her second bottom in E.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we literally had about 30 seconds. What can you really go with? Right, up next we've got Larry. Now, you might be asking who the fuck is Larry.
Are you having a Larry?
And I'm actually asking the same question, so let's go and figure out who this guy is, because I don't know. We're on the Walking Dead Wikipedia page, guys.
Is he dead?
Larry is currently dead.
I thought I was going to say
3 episodes. He was in 3 episodes. What episodes was he in? He was in Why Did the Mainlanders Cross the River? Feisty Friendly, and The Bird Always Knows. He's Caucasian American. Yeah, assuming he gets off the boat then. Did he die in those cornfields or something? Or
he must have.
Or whatever it was, right? There you go. There's your big rock star Larry. Can't even remember a single word that he said. I think it's an F.
I think it's an F.
I think it's a fucking F.
I can't believe he's made this list.
Now, he was in 3 episodes, which is more than anyone else in F. Does that mean he goes to the top F? Or could you argue, because he was in 3 episodes and done absolutely nothing, that he should go to the bottom F?
No, it's tough. But he's not a leader of the New Babylon, you know what I mean? So I'd put him top F for now.
He was in 3 episodes. And what did he do?
Yeah, but he's just a background character.
Oh, well, these 2 were background characters and they're behind her.
Right, maybe you're right then. Maybe put him in the middle, just for the sake of it.
In here?
Aye.
Right, up next we have Lucia Narves. She was the second in command, obviously becomes first in command after a wee buddy dies.
I hate it, this character.
Yeah,
man. The death, everything about it's just cringe.
Yeah. her taking Herschel and then getting bit by the zombies, getting bit by that Roxana undead, and she didn't even scream or nothing, and just the way she pushed past the zombies with Herschel in one hand, so fucking unrealistic, and spoke down to Pearlie, and just, just another female lead that they shoved down our throat that we don't want. I'd say it's an F.
I'd say it's an F. Yeah, you know what? Probably one of the I just couldn't stand her. I just could not stand watching her. And the death scene is just cringe and unrealistic and crap.
So for that, I think she goes bottom.
Yes, I think it's bottom.
Because that death scene was really poor. And she's not going to be bottom F for long, because I think Joshua should be in bottom F. No, what? No, let's just call it out. Did they pick the two fucking most retarded, worst, mongoloid-looking kid actors they could for Rick and Negan's sons in these shows? It's the brave man. And then you got this wee stupid fuck cowering behind that. Just look at this kid. Does that look like star power? Does that look like a guy that's going to be a protagonist and lead The Walking Dead season 23?
Probably.
When he grows up?
He probably will.
Look at it! Biting his fucking lower lip like a Mongol. Come on!
What are you doing?
I mean, you can make your case, but for me it's bottom F.
I think he's got to go into S. I mean, come on. That's for shit, pal. Nah, it's bottom F.
No, hold on. I give my opinion on him. You give your opinion.
I mean, I think you've went a wee bit over the top on a kid, but I understand it. Like, I think he is fucking shite. No two ways about it. Like, it's just there to push an agenda, nothing more, nothing less. I don't think they gave a fuck about his acting qualities, to be honest.
Who's worse, him or the brave man?
Well, I think he's worse, because this kid hasn't said a line, has he?
Maybe there's a reason he hasn't said a fucking line.
You can't. You got something wrong with him, buddy.
Fucking right. Said the same amount of lines as Guinea, for fuck's sake.
I know.
At least she doesn't look like a... Enough said, right, bought me F.
A Mongo.
Hold on here.
What's wrong with you?
Larry's like, I don't belong here, buddy. Right, up next got Maggie. In my opinion, one of the most overrated characters in the entire Walking Dead franchise. Now, fortunately for her, there's quite a few that I actually cannot stand more than her, but that doesn't change the fact that I still believe she's massively overrated. Never really cared for Maggie. I think she benefited from basically being the only Green, the only member of Herschel's farm outside of Herschel that really had any significant lines in season 2. And that got her over to an extent. That got her a little bit popular. And let's just call a spade. She also, I think, became popular because she was hot. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
So the fact that she's hot, and the fact that, I mean, she had lines, something that Patricia and Jimmy and Beth, who just sat in a room all day, did not have.
Tanned her wrist, so she had lines down her wrist.
That's true. But, I think that's what she benefited from. But honestly, it's like, I think Maggie's best season is probably season 2.
I agree. The first couple, yeah.
Season 3, not bad. Season 4, I guess. But I honestly, and the same goes for Glenn, I think as soon as Maggie and Glenn reunite at the end of season 4, it was just downhill from there.
Honestly,
I hadn't the interest in either character.
I'm not even exaggerating here, right?
And also another thing
what moments stick out for Maggie post season 4?
None. And another thing I just wanted to point out, I actually do think she ruined Glenn's character.
Yep.
I think Glenn, as soon as, maybe not at the beginning, but I think as soon as her and Glenn's relationship is like solidified, we do see a big change in Glenn, and for me it wasn't for the best.
I agree with that.
I like the original Glenn from season 1 in the first half of season 2.
Yeah, he just becomes a little bitch, doesn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, with that said, where's Maggie going?
I think she's shite. Honestly, man, I think there's not... It's a chore watching this show, and her scenes do nothing for me. The humming and hawing about Negan and her son. How about you just fucking grab your son and be like, see, you know what? See if you want to be with Dama, I'm fucking off and I'm leaving here in Manhattan and I'm cutting ties with you. I don't want anything to fucking do with you. But if you want to come with me, that's alright.
Your father would be ashamed.
Yeah, no, honestly, where is that? It's almost like no matter what Herschel does, she's like too afraid to scold him. The guy's fucking killing people at 14.
Right.
Bloody cruising the streets of back in the New York with a fucking skeleton.
Does she avoid the F category?
Oh, she avoids the F category, like, but
Does she make out a E?
slap her beside her son. She's not an A-lister, she's a shite-lister. Honestly, there's a fuck. The only reason she's got a spin off because Jeffrey Dean Morgan's there as her tag team
So
partner.
can we agree that Christos, Benjamin, and Ginny are better than Maggie?
Yes, because you know what? I think they did their roles alright. Maggie is the sole purpose of this show. She is the main character, and she's shite.
I agree.
No, you've got to factor
You know what?
that in.
Honestly, it could be an F for me, but I'm looking at the caliber of people that have put an F, and I just don't think she deserves that.
Yes. No, you've got to factor
Top
that
E,
in.
but I mean, it's really piss poor.
You've got to factor that in.
I do think she was better in season 1.
Yes.
Season 2 was a bad season. Up next, we've got Mila, the wife of Christos. Her current whereabouts is unknown. Didn't really get to see much of her. Yeah. Fuck. Probably an E. I mean, didn't.
Probably beside the other wives, huh?
You know what? Since she actually appeared for real, and
It
not
wasn't
just.
a hallucination.
We'll stick her in front of them both.
Hey, Negan!
Negan, come back to Croatia, Negan.
for Croatia, Negan?
You know what? It could be. I know you're not a big, massive fan of this guy. I think he's not bad. Underwhelming as a villain, but not bad. I'm going to stick him. Can we agree? C? C for the
I'll
Croat?
agree, C for the Croat.
Let's go to Croatia, Negan.
The only problem is, just like most people, I think he's neutered. I think he's neutered by the Dema. He's neutered by women.
Were you not expecting? See, after the Dama died, or at least we thought she died, I thought that was going to propel him onto bigger and better things.
It's actually
and it actually didn't. It kind of.
It is crazy how this guy had to be removed from the sanctuary because he was that psychotic and sadistic.
But the Dama controls him.
Yeah, no. See.
But I remember
But see if you're a viewer and you don't see that and go, well, that just takes me right out of it, because how can he be controlled by this 75-year-old woman? But he was butchering people and killing kids and shit like that.
Negan and Simon were fearing
Then
for their life, so we need to get rid of him.
I don't know what to tell you. You're blind.
Yeah, I think he's okay though. I think he's decent. I think he's got potential to be a lot better. But unfortunately,
And here, I think it's the same with Beta. We haven't really watched much yet, but I think Beta being this fucking monster and this like guy at 7 foot takes me out of it a wee bit when he listens to a bald freak show woman.
yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't think Beta was going to be a great character either way. He could have been called Alpha. He just seems to be a big guy, doesn't do anything. He doesn't talk. He's just muscle, isn't he, really, at the end of the day?
Muscle.
Anyway, listen, would Bruegel have suffered if he was the Damas number 2? I'd say yes.
Fuck I of
Because
course.
he wouldn't have been as flamboyant, as eccentric
No.
if he wasn't the leader.
Yo, Negan suffered this season for being under her, so anyone could suffer.
Is it not fair to say, even when you look at the original Walking Dead, is Simon's best scenes not when he's away from Negan?
I'd say so, and it's a natural thing that you're going to be better when you're not held down.
I mean, I look at
Because when Simon's away from Negan, he's the guy in control. He's the guy commanding the scene because he's the leader of the group that's doing whatever. With Negan, he's not a background character when Negan's on screen, but he may fucking well be.
if you kiss arse or you're intimidated as like a number 2 or number 3, then that's going to affect your character.
Right,
in my
up
opinion.
next, Negan, 58-year-old Negan. The guy just waltzes around, old, very skinny, borderline fucking decrepit. Feels like he could get blown over.
I don't think this guy's in B, and I don't think he's ahead of the Croat. I'll be honest, I prefer the Croat over Negan. Now, whether you think Negan deserves to slot in beside his wee buddy for the sanctuary,
I was thinking top of D.
that's actually what I was thinking.
I just don't think Negan's all that good.
I think he is better than the 3 people currently in D.
See when
No, but I still think with Negan, you can get the odd funny line or the odd decent little scene. But
how many
overall,
scene was he depressing in though? He was just moping around.
well, look, we have D as around the 3-5 score. And that, to me, that's what it is. I think if you're giving Negan a 5 out of 10, I think that's been pretty generous.
You know what Negan feels like to me? Feels like Glenn after he met Maggie. Feels like Daryl after he crawled up Rick's arse. That's what he feels like to me. The fun has been sapped out of him. Yes, they'll come out with the odd thing here and then, but it's done. And see when they realise years from now, they'll be like, we should have killed Negan off at the end of All Out War.
100%.
That's the reality.
Because
that would have been a massive moment.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like with, people. They killed Shane off too early. But let's say they didn't kill Shane, and he just fit it into Rick's pocket. Character would have been shite.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be brave and kill characters off.
Yep.
Quality over quantity. Longevity is not everything. Sometimes there's a perfect time for a character to go, and I believe that Negan's time was at the end of the All Out War.
I agree.
Or even, I don't know, even if you didn't want Rick, maybe Rick could have sliced him and then saved him, and then Maggie just goes into his cell and kills him.
Because
maybe Maggie could give him the Lucille treatment. We don't know.
But not the thing is, though, right? Oh, Maggie kills him now, or Rick kills him in a spin-off later down the line. Too much time has passed.
Yeah, man. It's almost like killing him now is pointless.
You look at TV shows. It's like, name me a TV show where somebody kills someone like literally decades after they should have. It doesn't happen.
Jax.
No, but no.
That's because there's more information coming to light, you know.
But
they all know that
if we're talking about when Jax actually kills Clay, right, from a Sons of Anarchy perspective, he finds out at the end of season 4, kills him towards the end of season 6. In terms of time that has passed between that, it's like 6 months. With this, we are talking like decades, like 15 years.
Yeah, Negan for me, top of D. Right, a guy that I think could have been top of D, or maybe even pushing the C category in season 1. What a fall from grace this guy had.
A little bitch.
I mean, I think that he should be slotting in somewhere beside Maggie.
Yes,
unbearable, almost.
See that scene where he was talking with the woman who's next to him in the fucking freezer? Hey, my daddy was in Iran.
I don't know about you, but seeing the first season, the first couple of episodes, I thought this guy was alright.
Yep.
I thought he's a decent
He
character.
could have slotted beside the Croat or something.
But, season 2
he can slot in front of Herschel.
Season 2 completely killed him. Right, up next got Roxana, leader of this,
Iranian group.
Oh, we'd hard sacrifice to the walkers. Shite.
Darkness.
Is it an F?
Awful. Yeah. Fucking awful. Here, that member of your group's dying. Now, we don't want any of that medicine. Thank you.
How far down F is it, though?
I'd say third last.
The Dama.
Last.
Behind Joshua?
Aye.
No.
Right, what's your beef with Joshua? Hit me with it.
Fucking look at him. That's my
Have
beef.
a look at her.
Yeah, it was a bit of a show.
Single-handedly ruining Negan, ruining Herschel, ruining the Croat, ruining the fucking season.
I can agree, actually bought me, Fuck the Dama.
Aye.
Why didn't you just
Kill her and then she comes back?
Because she's so important, we need her in season 3. Another reason not to watch season 3.
Skinny, frail body. How the fuck am I supposed to take that serious?
And
man?
she's leading groups. Oh, she used to bite people. Why can't she bite the dust? Right, up next we have Victoria. This rock star, you might be asking who's that, and I'm asking you the same thing, so let's actually have a look and see what she's done. Is she still alive? Again, guys, we're on the Wikipedia page here, pal.
That's Victoria, not Victor.
Right.
Victor. Aurea.
Victoria is alive, and she appeared in Power Equals Power. Victoria discusses going to Manhattan with Gretchen, Tim, and Maggie in the Bricks dining hall. I don't recall it. I don't remember.
That's all she did?
She didn't even go.
Well, I mean, that's a fucking F then, isn't it? I mean, it literally didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Again, I've got a question why she's even on the list, but she is.
Whereabouts an F?
That'll do, donkey.
Right, up next we've got...
a guy with a hat.
Houseman.
He's a houseman.
Let's see who this guy is.
Houseman? There's too many fucking cat. Why is... See, when we're having to look through Wikipedia to even get a hint of who you are, man, the question is, why is he even on the fucking list?
Is he alive? Is he dead? Oh, he's dead.
Houseman.
2 episodes he appeared in. Power equals power and another shitty lesson.
He falls overboard and dies. Well,
Oh, right, so he was in the boat. He was on the boat, buddy.
it's gotta be an
I
F.
can't even think of fucking...
Beside that woman.
Ugh. Right, up next we've got Tim.
Timmy Tim.
I believe Tim's similar to her. I was discussing Manhattan, so...
Nah, that's brilliant. Right, up next, the guy that died and Negan cried. I mean, that's
Victor. Aye, Victor.
just so forced, man. As if Negan gives a fuck about this guy. No!
Yeah, you know what, man? I'd probably put him maybe third top E.
I'd agree with that.
That's alright, and in there he goes. Tony, Walker Tony, Undead Tony, bodyguard of Bruegel Tony.
Again, something interesting.
Just in the kill him.
I know, something interesting.
So he's playing Bruegel's Walker Warrior,
And he was his
in the
bodyguard
games,
back in the apocalypse.
but he's not actually dead. He's alive, so they're kind of cheating. Obviously, Negan finds out, and then Negan leverages this over Bruegel, and Bruegel's like, oh shit. Well, they know the truth now, so I need to kill this guy. Now, after killing Tony, we don't really know if he continues fighting for Bruegel. But then again, Bruegel dies shortly after, so... I mean, is it possible they had another fight and Tony then continued to be the Walker Warrior for Bruegel? I mean, potentially. Maybe. Anyway,
You know what, though? I think that's the word, potential. There was so much potential with this. I still think it was alright, though.
Yeah, I'd probably put him in D.
Yeah, I'd put him in D. It's something one of a kind.
Yeah, I'll maybe stick him in there.
I will stick him in there.
Right,
Guy with
Waylon, guy that stabbed the Joan, or Jonah.
Negan killed him, though.
Negan killed him, sent him through.
Awful scene. Like, why are they going through this corridor, man, that's skinnier than a biro fucking pen? Seriously, like, what was that? And he's like, Negan, help me. It's like, can you not see that Negan is literally throwing walkers in your direction? You absolute
Dumb
idiot.
bastard. Is it an F?
It's a fucking F.
Just for the stupidity?
Yeah, stupidity weighs people down.
Is it toppy F, though?
He sat in the car when Negan and the crew out.
I mean, there's a wee bit of dialogue.
Hey, Negan, you don't have to kill the women and children.
I will.
I'd say it's probably toppy F,
I
or...
will slap him top F, and that leaves us with one more. 38 minutes. Holy moly!
It's been a long one, guys. This is Yadi.
Yada.
Let's just find out who Yadi is here before we move on, guys.
away.
Oh fuck! I don't know who Yadi is. Yadi.
Back in the New York.
Oh, she's dead. Who is she? 3 episodes.
Well, gotta be beside that white guy then, who had 3 episodes with
The
the
board always knows. Yadi and the other soldiers attempted to defend themselves by firing upon the walkers with their gun. She was tackled to the ground by a walker and killed, knocking over the stool. So she knocked over the stool. Alright, so she was a member of the New Babylon. And her getting killed, right, well, just beside
beside him.
in there.
Yep.
The New Babylon. Fucking absolute shite.
When was the last time The Walking Dead introduced a group, man, that was good?
It's been a long, long time. Anyway, guys, that is our list. Let us know if you agree. I think that we've got the best 2 characters in the top 2 spots.
Negan.
After that, honestly, I think it's a toss-up. I wouldn't even go as far as saying Negan was the third most enjoyable character, but
He's Negan.
there wasn't really any other... I mean, it's just... Negan could be third by default because it's just a shit season.
And that's it. Will season 3 be better? No, because Kim Coates ain't in it. And the crew app probably won't be in it.
Yep. I mean,
he could be in it, but Kim Coates definitely won't be in it.
2 of the 5 people in D, I don't even think fucking said a single word. So, I mean, it's like, you know?
Tony.
Tony D'Angelo.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Let us know your thoughts down below. If you want more Walking Dead, Dead City content, I'm not too sure what else we could talk about, but we'll
Need to rank everything.
we'll fire something out. Right, till next time. Peace.